So before we get started with this recipe, I just want to let you know that in the video description is a copy of the recipe that I'm using. It has all of the ingredients, quantities, as well as the directions and times that we're going to take to cook this smoked chili today. So just a heads up, video description is the recipe. Thanks a lot and enjoy. Alright, so today we're going to do something a little different. We're going to do chili, but we're going to do it on the pellet grill, smoke it. So what it's going to do is we're going to take the meat and put it over the top of the chili, which is in a cast iron pot, and it'll help get some of those juices and that smoke flavoring off that beef into the pot. It'll really help flavor that chili really well. So start to finish, it'll take about 6 hours, depending on the outside temperature today. Looks like we're doing really good. All right, so we're gonna go inside and start prepping everything for the cook, and then we'll be back out to throw it on the grill. 2.5 pounds of ground beef, 1/3 pound of bacon, a 15-ounce can of black beans drained, a 15-ounce can of navy beans drained, a 15-ounce can of pinto beans drained, a 15-ounce can of cannellini beans drained, a 15-ounce can of Great Northern beans drained, 1 10-ounce can of Rotel diced tomatoes with green chilies, 1 10-ounce can of red enchilada sauce, 3 bell peppers, 3 tablespoons of minced garlic, and 3 different packs of chili seasoning mixes. Now, optional is going to be 2 cups of beef stock to help thin the chili if it's too thick. Let's go ahead and put the ground beef in the bowl. Next, let's go ahead and dice up the bacon. Let's go ahead and add the bacon to the bowl of ground beef. Next, let's put in half of each chili seasoning mix pouch. Now mix up the ground beef, bacon, and seasonings, and then roll it all into a big, large meatball. Let's go ahead and chop up the peppers. Add the drained and rinsed beans to the pot. Next, let's add the red enchilada sauce. Next, let's add the Rotel. Add the garlic next. And we'll go ahead and add the rest of the half leftover chili seasoning mix. Now let's go ahead and add all of the diced bell peppers into the pot, and let's give it a good stir to get everything all nice and mixed up. And if you noticed, I had to change the pot over because the pot that I started with was way too small, so I had to upgrade it to more of a cast iron Dutch oven style. So now that our grill is up to temperature, let's put the grate on top of the pot, and then let's take the meatball and put it on top of the grate. And once we get everything on the grill, we'll go ahead and shut the lid and let's let it go. Now here's about a halfway point. Taking a look at this thing where it's been dripping, looks really good. It's starting to get that nice bark on the outside, that nice smoked look. All right, so looks like this is about done. Our temperature is about right. It is about the 160-degree temperature range. So we're going to go ahead and start taking this thing off the grill. And we're going to transport this over to a bowl so that we can take that ground beef that's been smoking and cooking, and we're going to transfer it into that bowl so that we can chop it up into really small bite-sized pieces and really get that broken down, so that we can transfer it back to the Dutch oven to finish out the cook for about another hour. As you can see, just taking a normal knife and the fork in a large mixing bowl and just using it to kind of break down that meatball into more manageable sizes, that when we put it back into the chili, we won't have big chunks of the meat. It'll be more bite-sized pieces to enjoy. After we take the meatball off of the top of the pot, let's go ahead and give the chili mixture, the bean mixture, a good stir Make sure everything is good and mixed and we don't have anything stuck to the bottom. Now let's go ahead and pour that chopped up beef back into the Dutch oven. And let's go ahead and give it a good stir to get everything really good and mixed up. So now we're going to go ahead and just let it sit on the grill at temperature for another hour to go ahead and cook in all the rest of that flavor in there. So one of the things like this one, it went ahead and thickened up a little bit more than what I'm looking for. So I'm going to use that optional 2 cups of beef stock and mix it in there to help kind of thin it out a little bit more, make it more like chili instead of a really thick chili. We want it more of a thinner for what we're going to use tonight. Give all that a really good stir, and we're going to go ahead and shut it back down for about another 30 minutes or so. So after everything's had a chance to cook for about an hour, after it's all been mixed in there for the final time, we're going to go ahead and take it off the grill. So after we pull off the smoked chili from the grill, we're going to let it rest for about 15 minutes off of the heat. Let all that meat have a chance to kind of rest for a little bit in the pot, and then we can start to serve it. Let's get a really nice scoop of this chili and transfer it over to a serving bowl and put it on the table. Feed your family. It's an amazing dinner. Look at that nice, hearty, smoked chili on the pellet grill. Amazing. As with always, if you enjoyed the video, please let me know. Leave a comment, like, subscribe. Also down in the video description, you'll find a copy of the recipe with the ingredients and the directions with times and quantities of the different ingredients that I have to make this. So thanks again, enjoy, and thanks for checking out Cook, Bake, and Grill.